Are you a home buyer or home seller in Greenville, North Carolina?
We do these market updates every single month so you can stay informed of what is going on in the market right here, right now. Because it's one thing to watch national news and say, oh, interest rates are 7%, but what does that matter to you here in the Greenville area? So that is why we break it down every single month, give you the data, and we can talk about it.
Exactly, and we are super excited to start with the really inventory, which one of the driving force of the market. And we wanted to start with the May 2024, no?
Right, because we always have to look backwards in time to see what just happened, even though it is June. So with May, there was how many active homes?
Active homes in the market in May 2024 was 217 homes. In April 2024, a month before that was 204. And last year in May 2023, we had 130 homes active in the market.
Which is a change of?
Almost 67% increase.
Now, with pending homes, these are homes under contract, which means they put an offer, it's been accepted, it's going to close typically in 30 days because there's some sort of mortgage. It can take longer, but it's typically going to be. Now, May 2024, there was 110 homes. The month before that was 116. Last year at this time, 143 pending homes. So it is actually down 23%.
Exactly. Therefore, active homes and pending homes actually gives you the inventory, but also sold homes is important. And if you look at the data for sold homes in Greenville, North Carolina, May 2024 was 108 homes, which is way more than April 2024 with the 88 homes. And last year in May 2023, we had 109 homes, which brings us to what?
Negative almost 1%, 0.9%. But basically I want to add that pending and sold hasn't really switched too much, but active homes are actually growing in our area, which is something to notice. Inventory rate with these, which is active plus pending divided by sold, gives us, is it a buyer's market, is it a seller's market? And with that, we can say in May 2023, it was 3.03. The month before that was 3.64. And the year before that was 2.5. So actually inventory has increased 21%.
I just want to add, these numbers that we said is a month, no? Therefore, definitely this is important. But before we go to the next step,
which is days on market and other important factors that you have to do, well, you have to know when we're talking about what's going on in the market. But before we get to that,
let's do our introduction.
Let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. Now, average days on the market is how long houses are typically sitting for an order to sell the home. What is that?
Exactly. Therefore, this is determines how fast this market is moving. And saying that actually the housing market is moving faster because we had May 2024 with just 40 days, average days on the market. In April 2024 was 54 days in the market. And last year in May 2023, that was 51 days, which brings us to 21.5% of decrease in average days on the market.
Now, median list price is also a really interesting information that we're going to have. We're talking about in May 2024, $269,900 for a median list price. Now, list price is not going to be the same house as the sold price. So, list price was $269,900. Sold price is going to be different, and then we're looking at the middle number, and this middle number is going to be a different house. So, it's not some house sold for more or some house sold for so much less. They're different houses typically. It rarely is the same house. May 2023 was April 2023, and the list price was also $269,900. So, that's actually been consistent for 30 days.
Yes.
Whereas last year at this time it was $293,370. I have, I think, a lot to do with a lot of townhomes at the market, but either way, list price is down 8%.
Exactly. And if you're looking at the other side, how much they sold for, the median sale price in the market of Greenville, North Carolina was $272,800 in May 2024. In April 2024, a month before that, was $266,450. And in last year, May 2023, this number was $280,000 even, which brings us to 2.57 decrease percent in the housing market of Greenville.
Now, this is not the only information. Now, if you're talking about a quick and dirty number of how much your house is worth, we're going to talk about price per square foot in general. Now, this is not necessarily your house. My house might be a palace. Your house might need to be a lot updated. I do not know. It takes a professional to come into your house to say, this is what we can sell the home for, which we are happy to do anytime. But when you're like a rough estimate, if you're a buyer, if you're a seller, a rough estimate is going to be this price per square foot. Now with that, with new construction, we have a lot of townhomes and condos in Greenville these days, just a lot. So $166 for all homes, brand new, if it's condos, townhomes, or single family home. What about price per square foot?
And price per square foot for all pre-owned homes was $148, which exists, as I said, condo, townhouse, and single family home.
Now, if we're looking at just new construction, homes, single family homes only, that price per square foot is $173 per square foot.
And if you are just looking at pre-owned single family home, the median is $154 per square feet.
Now, the inventory supply is another thing. We try to break it down to say, well, how much of this is new construction? How much of this is previously owned? We do look at the month-over-month basis of this to really understand. So new construction is actually 3.8 months of supply in May. The month before that was 3.5. So actually new construction is growing and it continues to grow. What about previously owned?
And previously owned actually grows from 1.4 months in April 2024, came to 1.5 months in May 2024. And that means that we have more inventory of the houses in the Greenville market.
Now let's talk about mean home value. Now mean is basically a weighted average. This is how people look at appreciation. If you look at the mean home value, you're getting your appreciation factor. And that's really important. So in May, and we want to know how much is our houses worth more if you're a seller, and how much did you miss out on by not buying sooner, and why you should be buying now. Remember, it's always time to buy at the time you're ready to buy. Now, May 2024, the mean home value was $237,224. What about one before?
Exactly. In the April 2024, this number was $236,062, and May 2023, last year this time, was $224,059, which brings us to how much appreciation?
Year-over-year change of 5.9% for appreciation.
Exactly.
Now, with the rental market, we looked at the rents and what's going on in the Greenville rental market, and this is really important, especially if you're a first-time home buyer or whatever. $1,395 is the average median rent for all bedrooms. It does go up to $4,250 in the Greenville area. So I just want to give you, the rental market is really hot, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
At $1,395, we are talking about a $100,000 home, $150,000. So you could be looking at a smaller number if you are buying, because I always say, like I said earlier, it's time to buy when it's time to buy for you. And with that, you have to look at, can you afford it? What's the down payment? What do you need in order to buy this home? And then at that point, we're saying if you're paying $4,250, you can definitely buy a home. We can buy a brand new home and still save money. What you can also look at other areas. So either way, buying a home is a good investment. It helps you have a place for your family to be raised. It is a good financial investment. It's good for your retirement, because where you're going to live once you've paid off the mortgage, you have a place to live that you're only paying taxes on, and maybe HOAs and insurance. But where are you going to live, and what are you going to do in your life? So it's always important to buy a home. What about selling your home?
Exactly. If you're looking at all this data we talk about, if you look at it, it's still the inventory is 3 months, let's say 3 months. It still is below the 6 months. Therefore, we are, even with all brand new construction that coming, we are in the seller's market. And appreciation, as we said, it was 5.9%. But also, if you're looking at selling your home, the average days in the market, like really almost 22% decreased, which brings us to the faster market, things moving. Therefore, this could be another leverage for the home seller to think about if they wanted to sell their homes in June 2024. And please connect with us, Alan Victoria, Pinder Real Estate Agent Professional, to help you with the buying or listing your house in the market. And we'll love to help you. Our number is 252-327-3357. And watch all of our videos about home buying and home selling. And see you next video.